Today I'm gonna do like a random design dragon, and yeah, so this is me starting on the eye. I decided to do something I never done before, and you can just watch and see what I did. It's really easy. It's just make an oval inside the eye, fill it with white, and fill the rest of the eye black, and make another oval inside the white oval, and fill in the excess parts that didn't get filled for some reason. And that's it. I did end up having to use another layer for this though, because to make it look like kind of normal-ish, the ring was too thin. So I grabbed white and made the ring. And I did something with making things glow white that I'd never done before. Small line. Okay, and I was kind of struggling on the shape, and I decided to go with that for like 2 seconds, and then I realized something. I'm pretty sure I don't. Okay, I made that too long. So, and I started on the horns. I was not sure on what to make the horns look like. Tried to make them like look like that. That didn't look nice, and accidental line. And I discovered this sharp horn edges. That's like a, a sharp line, but like kind of curved. But I decided to make it to think, why not make it look like a crystal? And but then I at that time I had no proper way to do it, so I kind of just make geometric shapes all over the place. Yeah, at that time I still didn't know, but now I have a drawing that, yeah, I mastered it pretty much. Come on, I'm 9 now. That's as far as I can go. But anyway, I decided to make everything really sharp about him. So, sharp horn details. And I also made like sharp top scales. So, that's nice. And I decided to make long, skinny spines all along his back. hmm And, yeah, that's how it ended up looking. And I also made his ear really long and sharp. And I gave him an earring because why not? However, small, delicate things like these are kind of hard for me to draw. I know how to get them right and stuff, and I already know how to do them, but it kind of looks complicated. And I added the bottom ear part thingy. hmm That's what I'm gonna call it. But now I started on the neck. First, Tulan. Next, I think I went with that. And I decided that was the perfect size, so I made more spines. What a surprise. And then I made more back scale thingies. Just call them back scales. I don't know. Whatever. But then, and my tongue's twisted today. And then I just decided to make the arm. I curved the claws a lot, but it ended up making the foot too thickums. So I did it better, I guess. This guy ended up having some really long limbs. And then I made the wings. I decided to make them not that large, but with claws at the end of each wing spine thing. Still don't know what you call them. Oh yeah, and this guy doesn't have a name yet, so name ideas in the comments, question mark. So, so that's me making all the claws at the tips of them. I did put wing membrane in between on some of them, but I was like, well, that's weird. So I did it farther down. I didn't put wing membrane on them. And I was like, this is too small, but I'll make it bigger once the line art is done so I don't have to scribble 50 times to make a singular line. So that's exactly what I did. I made a sharp underbelly. He's a sharp guy. He's sharkums. But this is me making sharp scales. You know what I mean? Okay, I make no sense today. Okay, but this is me making some sharkum scales. And this is me making top scales on his arms and the wings. So that's done. I did end up forgetting I had to do the other wing, but I add it later. And this is me doing the other arm. That's the belly. The little belly. And I decided, you know what? I'm gonna try a new style leg. And it actually turned out good first try. I tried to do this style before, but it just ended up looking extremely weird. And it means making a lot of joints, yes, but it looks so cool and good. Oh yeah, and the drawing I mentioned earlier, that's probably my most detailed drawing yet. Oh yeah, and now I need to give him a tail because right now he just has a butt. So I'm giving him a tail right now, and it's not gonna be very long because of my limited space. I mean, not limited, but you know what I mean. It would look weird if it had too long of a tail. And I decided to make sharp tail fin thing. I told you about it earlier in another video. And this is me making more spines along the back of the tail, I guess. Doesn't really make sense saying spines along the back when you're making spines on the tail. But this is me making the jagged underbelly. Yep. Jagged is the word I chose. And that's me making more sharp top scales. Sharpums. Okay, got that right that time. But this is me making more sharp scales. I make this thing random colors. It's not a thing, it's just so you know he's a male. And I made more scales. You kind of just draw V's for the scales, it's not that hard. And now that the line art was done, I made it bigger, realizing I made the eye and body on separate layers, so I put the layers together. And I put it to the correct size, whatever. But now, I kind of just I checked the recording. You probably know why. And I chose a random color, which ended up being a really, really dark purple. And some people might think that I'm making this based off of something purple. I don't know, bro. But this is a random dragon. It's not based off of anything. Okay? I base things off of a lot of things, but this is not one of the times. And I got to make the claw curve. So I'm using this purple and using it 12 times to make like a really dark purple that kind of looks like black but is not black. And I filled in the claws And okay, I may have made that claw too long. And I just kept on going with the top scales and spines, not forgetting to do the wing claws though. Like, I don't usually do wing claws, but they just look nice on this guy. And try new things. Okay, but this is me just coloring, I guess. And I colored in that claw. And I decided to do the top scales on the arms. So, bum, bop, whatever. I'm not gonna do crin. Anyway, so now that I'm done with this color, I grab this dark color, aka black, and I made another wing with it. It's kind of scuffed, but whatever. It's something, alright? And then I used the purple color to fill it in. And I forgot to use my flood fill tool, but I'm filling these in right now with. I just literally said its name, so you know what it is. But I decided decided I didn't want pink next, and I already did purple, so I did blue next. Yes, the colors were randomized, as you saw. This is like the main color, because you gotta have a main color, and this color, like, you get my point, right? I'm not good at explaining things, but this is me filling all the parts required. You can pause the video or look at the thumbnail to see where I colored them. And then I realized I forgot to use the purple on the leg scales, so I finished up using this color. Boom. And yeah. I grabbed that color and I accidentally put in an underbelly scale, which is not supposed to happen. And then I colored the line art purple, but I finished filling in the scales. And I accidentally filled the canvas purple. And then I grabbed the blue color again to roll my next color, and I ended up getting dark pink, which isn't going to look good, so I grabbed the lighter pink. It still has some traces of darkness in it, so whatever. But this is me filling all the required areas. Boom. And I accidentally colored the tail of it, but I rolled my next color, and it ended up being light blue. So, I filled the required parts as usual. Yeah, it has a cool fade somehow. But I ended up getting light green for the underbelly. Light green actually looks like a pretty nice color. And I accidentally colored the line art light green. But this is me filling all the underbelly skins with light green. And yes, the gem on his earring and the white circle in his eyes, those are the only two things that are gonna glow on him, because I add way too much glow to stuff. And then I got this pale orange color for his wing membrane, so I filled that in. So boom. And then I got what? Okay, but then I got a random color for the part of his earring. So I decided, why not make it so that his earring thing is made of ruby? So Yeah, and it's exactly what it looks like. I'm making this look like a ruby. So, but then I made another layer to add the shimmer to this stuff, which isn't too hard. And I filled after that. I'm pretty sure I filled in the yeah. I chose a color for the gem, and it ended up being a sapphire. So I forgot I was on another layer. How funny! And I filled it in, and then I grabbed the light blue, added the layer back, and then added the shine. And yes, I needed to add the black details back. Yeah, the details were getting blocked by the layer, so I had to add the details again, and I was unsure on what color to do with the wing fin, but I ended up getting a cyan color, and I forgot I was on a whole nother layer. So I merged the layers and colored it. And I draw the background before I want to add glow, so I grabbed this. Okay, I stopped speaking like that. I grabbed this dark purple and filled the entire thing with it. This will turn into an actual background soon, I promise. Okay, but now I grabbed the dark blue color and started making the ground. I'm thinking of the ground as like having a lot of rocks. It's like really rocky, and you get what I mean. And there's like no grass on it, so first I filled it though. And I want what is going okay. I wanted clouds, so I looked for the brush I used to make clouds. So I used a light blue, a deep-ish blue color to make the clouds themselves. I used a darker color for the shading later, but not now. Okay, but I just added them in. And I decided to make the color darker for some shading. So this is me adding the shading onto the clouds to make them just a bit more interesting. Yep, that's what happened. And I decided to carve out a little circle for a little sun thing. So I did that and filled it with white. And I decided to put some glow on it as any normal person would. Except, I made it glow blue. Yes, I made it glow blue, not white, but it looks cool, right? And I wanted, and the reason I added that was because I wanted a light source other than the dragon's eye. I decided to add a white glow at first, but it didn't look good enough. Yeah, it looked kind of bland and boring. So I decided to make light blue glow, but I discovered that light colors don't really show. So at the time I thought, why don't I try a stupid idea? And then I made the color full, and oh my gosh, that effect is really pretty. Adding blue glow when you want to make white things glow is actually a really good life hack. So that's me doing that. And I decided to add some glow to the little earring sapphire too. And he doesn't have a name, so please give me name ideas in the comments. I checked the recording and added some more glow to his eye apparently, but on the like inner side. And yeah, I added even more glow, but it ended up looking kind of weird. I don't know, bro. So I added more glow on the. Just kidding. That was all. I'm pretty sure all the glow I added. I undid some, and he's done. See you next time. After I position it right and save it, apparently. Okay, but see you next time. Bye.